Today I'm going to talk about foundation apprenticeships in construction. I'm going to talk about finishing trades. NOCN is a not-for-profit organisation focusing on vocational qualifications and apprenticeships. With every emerging industry challenge, new NOCN qualifications are actively developed and offered to meet the dynamic needs of labour markets and employers worldwide. We currently offer apprenticeship assessment services for over 90 standards within the following sectors: business and administration, construction and the built environment, education and training, engineering and manufacturing, and healthcare and science. NOCN also offer 5 of the new foundation apprenticeships which have been designed in line with the apprenticeship reforms. So the aim for foundation apprenticeships for centres is to create stronger employer partnerships with more diverse learners and pathway creation to other apprenticeships. So for example, in finishing trades foundation apprenticeship, there are 4 different trades to look at. If your work allows it, you can dip into all of them, and then at the end of your foundation apprenticeship, you can decide to go into, for example, a level 2 painting and decorating apprenticeship, or further on than that, a level 3, or you could just jump straight into employment after your foundation apprenticeship. Depends what you're comfortable with and if you want to develop your skill further. For learners, they will gain work experience, build employability skills, and explore career paths with that support from the employer and from NOCN. For employers, they can develop their employees from the ground up to fill skills gaps, boost productivity, increase staff retention and loyalty by supporting apprentices through their career journey. For the finishing trades foundation apprenticeship, it requires 8 months on programme with 187 guided learning hours. There are 3 assessment methods to be completed throughout the apprenticeship. This can be done at any time throughout the 8 months for the construction foundation apprenticeships. Your employer just needs to say that you're ready to take on this part of the assessment. The 3 assessment methods are the knowledge test, which is a multiple choice test, a portfolio of evidence, which can be collated in whichever way the training provider seems fit. So whether that's OneFile or Google Docs, whatever they already use is going to be easiest for them. We've spoken to colleges who have said they're really happy with that, so ideal for everybody involved. And then a externally assessed question and answer session, which can either be verbally done or written, and that's only to cover 2 of the KSBs within the entire apprenticeship. For the knowledge test, it's a multiple choice question test and it covers health and safety. It's 20 questions, you get 30 minutes to do it, and has a 70% pass mark. This is normally done online, but obviously can be done on paper if needed. For the portfolio of evidence, it is best assessed in the workplace. There needs to be 14 of the criteria covered in full, evidenced in full, and is graded pass or fail and will be marked by the centre assessor. For the discussion or the externally assessed Q&A, as it is in the construction foundation apprenticeship, there are 2 criteria to be assessed through 2 questions. This can either be done through a conversation, a question and answer session, which will last 30 minutes, or the apprentice can have an hour to write down their answers to the 2 questions. It will be graded pass or fail and marked by NOCN. Once all 3 of the assessment methods have been complete, it will be submitted to NOCN. So for the gateway to completion, the apprentice requires a pass grade for the knowledge test, a completed portfolio of evidence tracker, the recording of the discussion or the apprentice's written answers for the Q&A session. They must have done at least 8 months on programme with at least 187 hours of off-the-job learning. They must have accomplished English and maths qualifications gained in line with funding rules, and the employer must confirm the apprentice has demonstrated the employability skills and behaviours needed. Foundation apprenticeships are graded pass or fail. To pass the apprenticeship, they must pass each assessment method, so the knowledge test, the portfolio evidence, and the discussion or written questions. To pass each assessment method, apprentices must demonstrate each criteria as set out in the occupational standard reliably, effectively, and to an appropriate degree for the level 2 apprenticeship. NOCN is moving to EPA Pro, which provides a simpler, more efficient way to manage endpoint assessment, including 1 secure login for full visibility of learners and assessments, streamlined gateway submissions with guided checklists, clear milestone tracking for every standard, automated reminders and updates, mock assessments and learner support resources, instant provisional results with feedback mapped to knowledge, skills and behaviours, and clear reporting to support learner progress and outcomes. What's next after a foundation apprenticeship? Once you've completed your 8 months, you can either go into a specific level 2 apprenticeship. So for example, if you're doing the finishing trades, you could move into a floor laying apprenticeship and do your level 2. Move into your level 3 apprenticeship after that, or straight out of the foundation apprenticeship, you could go into employment. Thanks for listening. If you have any further questions referencing foundation apprenticeships, feel free to give us a call or an email.